So I had a few comments about some guys being excited about watching me do a time-lapse video of cutting counterbores, and unfortunately for y'all, we're going to have to postpone that reel to a later date, because fortunately for this customer, we were able to set back up with a thinner spacer plate and get our liner heights right in the sweet spot. We are between 5 and 6 thousandths on this, with a very few exceptions. I got 2 or 3 at 6.5 thou, which is about a half thou higher than I like to keep it. I really feel like this is the best bang for the buck for this customer. If we set up with a standard thickness spacer plate, our liner height would be between 2 and 3.5 thousandths, which is what it had on it, and which is ultimately why the head gasket blew. So going with a thinner spacer plate, we were saving time and money by not pulling it down and cutting counterbores, doing an end frame, putting it back together. And I know a lot of you guys may think that this is a Band-Aid and we should end frame it instead. And I can make the same argument that an end frame is a Band-Aid from an out of frame when we can do all the proper machine work on the block, mag and check the crank for straightness, polish it, align bore it, do lower bores in the block, deck the block, yada, yada, yada. So downtime for the customer, budgets from the customer, what the parts are telling us all play a major factor in how we choose to proceed with the repair. The bottom of this engine has loads of life left in it. Cross-hatching the cylinder still looked great. We had 0 issues consuming oil. I think for him, this is the right way to go. Okay, I want to show you how we measure liner height. I know a lot of guys talk about it, but if you don't understand what's actually going on, this is how we do it. We make sure our deck is clean. We lay down a new spacer plate gasket, and then we install our spacer plate. These come in 2 separate thicknesses. You have a standard spacer plate thickness of 338 thousandths. You have a thin spacer plate thickness of 335 thousandths. That's a 3 thousandths spread that if your liner height is too low with the standard plate, you potentially can put a thinner plate on, raising your liner height, therefore increasing the crush and the clamp load on your head gasket. Next, we've got the fasteners that will clamp this spacer plate and the liner down to the block. Caterpillar makes this special fiber washer that you must use so you do not damage the liner flange. And then after you get this liner torqued down, you're going to take a sled gauge. I use the Cat part number 1P2402, which is the sled, and then the gauge is a 1P2403, which is a 50 thousandths range at a half a thou graduation. Put it on the deck and you'll zero it out. Then you simply move it over the liner. It tells you your liner height.